branches on just one tree. Look around, all you see is part of you and part of me. We're two branches on just one tree. I look in your heart and I see me. I'm in you, you're in me. We're two branches on just one tree. Look around, all you see is part of you and part of me. 'Cause we're two branches on just one tree. I look in your heart and I see me. I'm in you, you're in me. We're two branches on just one tree. Look around, all you see is part of you and part of me. 'Cause we're two branches on just one tree. I look in your heart and I see me. I'm in you, you're in me. We're two branches on just one tree. Look around, all you see is part of you and part of me. We're two branches on just one tree. We're two branches on just one tree.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Unity of Walnut Creek. My name is Bob Hardy. Make
Good morning, too. My name is Dana Schmidt,
sure you're talking to the mic.
and welcome to our service. I always forget. We want to greet and bless everyone who's watching at home. Your presence certainly adds to our spiritual community, and we're grateful that you're with us. Thank you so much for joining us.
All right, and so please join me in welcoming our featured musician today, Mr. Thomas Hughes. Yeah. We got Dusty on bass and Dan on drums. And then Lisa and Diana are our song leaders today, and thank you for sharing your music.
Reverend Kristen will deliver today's message titled, I Release into Peace, Peace Builders Series Part 4 of 5.
And as we get started, before we begin, I invite you to turn your cell phones to off or airplane mode as we enjoy this sacred service together. Thank you.
And let's take a moment to be grateful for the land our center rests upon. This is Bay Miwok and Ohlone land.
Yes, and we honor the Bay Miwok and Ohlone people of today and are grateful for those who were stewards of this land before us. We commit to taking care of these sacred native grounds and Mother Earth.
Unity is a positive path for spiritual living. Our vision for the world, and let's say this together, we envision a spiritually awakened world where all life thrives in conscious oneness.
And our mission is who we have come here to be. Let's say this together. We are a loving, inclusive community, expanding and living our divinity in sacred service for all. And our core values are love, connection, service, and wisdom.
We invite the ushers to please come up with their packets, and if you're here for the first time, if you feel comfortable in doing so, please raise your hand and we'd like to give you a packet. Oh, welcome, thank you. And in addition to the information about Unity in the welcome packet, there is a $10 coupon that you can use to attend a class or another event here. And thank you so much. We're so happy to have you here. Welcome. And we also invite you to visit our Welcome Center, bookstore, cafe across the patio after the service to receive a welcome gift and hope that you'll choose to stay and get to know us.
So connection cards are available in the seat pockets in front of you and also in the welcome packets. With this card, you may submit a prayer request and the prayer team will pray with you throughout the week. You may also, go ahead.
Oh, that's okay. You may also share feedback or request information, and please place your card in the basket with your offering. And for those viewing at home, we don't forget you, connection cards are always available in the Watch Live page of our website. We have several activities to highlight this week.
Right, and to start, we'd like to invite Carol Richardson to the platform so she can tell us about her new class starting this Tuesday.
Hello and good morning, everyone. Would you like to discover how spiritual reality and physical reality intersect at the quantum level? Good, yay. I'm so glad there are some yeses to that one. Would you like to discover how miracles can become real? How many of you have experienced a miracle before? Look at this, look around. Please keep your hands up. Look at all these miracles. Woohoo! Thank you all. Would you like to experience the sacredness of divine presence more fully within yourself and more permanently within your own body and in your own life? Yes. Please join me this Tuesday night for 5 weeks of exploring reality through a spiritual lens, a philosophical lens, and a scientific lens. Now, please don't let the philosophy word or the science word scare you off. Did you know that philosophy in its original Greek might actually mean the wisdom of love? Look at the etymology, it works. We've been taught it's the love of wisdom, which is awesome as well. Science on a spiritual and mystical level, science is intuitive knowing in our heart and our soul. And we've all got that. So, together, we are going to also look at research I did that gives some sign that love in the air is a real phenomenon. So we are going to create and cultivate transpersonal fields of love within us and around us together. What's not to love about that? So please join me. These workshops are based on my dissertation, Universal Consciousness and the Quantum Vacuum as an Interconnected Reality. I know that's a mouthful, but I'm so excited to finally get to share this with you. So please join me as we finally experience a contemplative, thought-provoking, and experiential way of realizing the unity of the divine in us and all around us throughout the universe. Thank you.
Would you like to learn about caring for yourself and to help the world heal? Come to a transformative workshop, Radical Self-Tenderness, with our minister and author, with the minister, and Christy Hardwick on Sunday, March 8th. This is a heart-opening experience. You'll explore the barriers that keep you from fully caring for yourself and discover practical, compassionate tools to deepen your commitment to living with radical tenderness. Register in the bookstore on Sunday morning or on our website to receive a $10 discount.
And there's our leader and author right there. Thank you for being here this morning. And now we have another guest. No, I'm just kidding. And now we'd like to invite Susan Angelos to the platform so she can tell us about Unity's fun event coming up.
Guest. Oh, wait. Cat Hill is making me put this on. So, don't let the winter weather get you in a pinch. Come get crabby with us. Join us for a night of great food, laughter, and community at our annual crab feed. Come hungry. We'll be serving mouth-watering crab, chicken, pasta, salad, and of course, the internationally recognized dessert auction. DJ Old School will be spinning the tunes, so bring your dancing shoes and get ready for a night of laughter, music, and community fun. We'll also have raffle baskets and a little something extra that I'm keeping secret. This is a bring your own adult beverages, as alcohol will not be sold on site, but we will have plenty of non-alcoholic choices, which is included in the price of your ticket. Today is the last day to purchase the tickets in the bookstore, but they will be available online through Wednesday. So don't wait, get cracking, and grab your tickets before they sell out.
Next, Reverend Kristen has a special announcement to share with us.
Thank you all for bearing with us. We have a lot of special announcements today. I want to invite my friend Angela Reevy up to share in this announcement. So we want to talk about embodied freedom. And I met Angela in Costa Rica when I was on my sabbatical. You've heard me talk about the beautiful conscious movement program that I was introduced to and was in last year, that Angela was in. Angela is a teacher of conscious movement, and Jen Bader is another one of the folks we met that we're friends with, who is also going to be teaching Embodied Freedom. It starts this Friday, and I just want to really encourage you all to consider this. It is opening. It is, we spend a lot of time in circles discussing and Sunday service, and we don't always get to move. But movement is a clear way to bring forth insights, to release things. There's many things that embodied freedom, that it says it all. So the music is great. You don't have to have any skills, you don't have to do anything. You can just hang out in the room, or you can move. You can lie down, you can sit down, right? Angela is the master of subtle movement. And if you get to know her, she is always moving. I just noticed that when she walked in the door, and I was like, oh yeah, you're always moving, aren't you? Do you want to say anything, Angela? Because she's got way more experience at this than I do. And Angela will be teaching in March, I think I mentioned that, and maybe after July, who knows?
So everything is an invitation in this movement class. I just hurt my knee, and I'm thinking, now how do I get to move? I'm thinking of the days when I might be in a bed and breath is my movement dance, and I've still got my wrist and hands, and how do I connect? And this is what means the world to me, is connection. So we just take time to connect inside to ourselves, and maybe move or shimmy near another, maybe a couple of others.
Maybe we're shimmying together or not.
Yeah, but stay true to your own dance. You don't have to look at anyone. Just really be here, and then through the experience is what I am dancing and moving for is being in that space of oneness, of connecting to something larger, greater than myself. And that's really where I just want to be with you and me and that bigness. So come, join that. And literally, really, shifting weight is movement. And Jen is the first teacher, so she'll guide us into ourselves, and then maybe shimmy next to someone else. We'll see. Thank you.
Jen and Angela are both excellent teachers, so I'm really looking forward. And thank you for coming today.
Yes.
Yeah, welcome.
You guys are great.
Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. All right, thank you, Angela. So now we're going to move into our time of meditation. So I invite you to get comfortable. And Thomas is going to start us out with a song, probably one that's familiar to you. And we'll have some guidance and silence. But before that, let's share together our statement of faith. I invite you to say this together. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God.
are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of peace. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of peace. You are the face of peace. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
So let's just drop into those truths that Thomas just so beautifully sang. The truth of who you are and who all beings are around you. Deep into that image, beyond the image and the reflection, is the true peace, the true love. Taking it inside, perhaps we can see our own reflection, a body of water in a mirror. And instead of how we might greet our reflection on occasion, perhaps with criticism or perfectionism, we can instead see beyond into the truth of our eyes, into the truth of our beings, into the peace that is here for us. Imagine looking at yourself in the mirror in the morning and feeling peace at the image you see. Your shoulders relaxed, your eyes soft, your face open, perhaps smiling. Just an outpicturing of the truth that is within. Inside of me is an ocean of peace. And so let's begin to let our breath relax and soothe our beings. Let our shoulders drop. And let ourselves move with a slow rhythm of peace. Our breath easy and unencumbered. In a few moments of silence, perhaps even into the depths of that ocean of peace, right here within you. Let every breath be a dropping down, a letting go. Notice how tension melts away. And maybe your body and your whole being feels a sense of expansion. The hard lines of the body and the energy field begin to meld. Our focus, both within and all around, becomes softer, more relaxed. Just letting ourselves feel the peace that is right here for us, right now. And even as we begin to open our eyes and come back into this space, we can stay connected to this inner rhythm, this spaciousness, this ocean of peace. And so it is.
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of peace. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of peace. You are the face of peace. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of peace. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. And no religion too. Imagine all the people living life Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No deeper, greater hunger. Brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us. And the world will be as one.
Wow, thank you, Thomas. Good morning again. How's everyone doing today? I always ask that, there's like 100 of you. 100 different ways that you can answer that question, right? And everybody online, welcome. So glad to have you with us today. So this past Wednesday was Ash Wednesday. It begins the season of Lent, a 40-day season of release, basically. And as we're in this Peace Builder series, we're going to take a little bit of a look at how those things connect. You know, it's the 40 days is a reflection of the inspiration that Jesus spent fasting in the desert for 40 days and praying in the desert. So often Lent is honored by fasting and praying. Also, if you grew up in a tradition where maybe you gave something up for Lent. Did anybody do that? You give something up for Lent? Yeah. So you might give up caffeine, or you might give up, chocolate, or you might give up social media. In Unity, what we give up are things like resentment, negative thinking, complaining. So I don't know what's harder, give up chocolate or give up your resentments, Kind of depends on the day, right? So the idea, though, of this idea of giving up, instead, I think the way that we want to look at it, at least today, is to say giving over what weighs us down. Letting go of what weighs us down. So it's not so much about giving something up as it is, shaking it out, giving it over. So as I mentioned, we've been peace building the last few weeks in this series. And so release, letting go, is one of those tools in the toolbox of a peace builder. And so we're going to look at a little bit of different ways today at how we can sharpen this skill and allow it to help us in the process of peace building. So today's message is, I release into peace. I release into peace. What's that? It is? I didn't. Oh, I made it into a poem just now. Okay. Now it's a nice poem. I thought he was going to tell me about somebody else's poem. So what stands in your way to peace these days? Do you have some things that might be kind of blocking a little bit of that experience of peace for you, perhaps? Yeah. Judgment. Okay, there's a good example. Yeah, attachments, often attachments to how things are supposed to go, how we think things are supposed to go, or how we don't want things to go. We get kind of in that box of, I want it to be this way and I don't want it to be this way, as a Buddhist would say, clinging and resisting, right, or pushing away in some way. So there is that kind of dynamic that happens for us that we get stuck in. And we just simply want life to work out the way that we imagine it to work out, right? The way that we imagine it should work out. And so then we get a little bit controlling, maybe, or we start trying to kind of manipulate the process or hurry up the timeline or whatever it is that we might do to try to influence circumstance and outcome. And what we really want to do is work in another way. And that other way, better way, is to work in partnership with Spirit. And when we work in partnership with Spirit, we move into that peaceful flow. Because then it's kind of like the first Sunday of this series, we talked about the parallel paths of collapse and restoration. And it's like, there's a reality of some collapse that happens, but we don't necessarily stay on that path. We have to move over to the path of restoration, to refill, to feel, to feel ready to move back into face whatever it is that we're facing. And so it's that kind of ebb and flow that we move with when we give over, when we release. So if you notice you're feeling stress or anxiety or worry of any kind, you could maybe just stop and inquire within and say, what's going on here? Why am I feeling this way? What is it? What's the habit of mind or whatever it is that I'm doing that's causing this? And how could I maybe let go and clarify what's mine to do and free up some energy and some space within myself? I woke up yesterday morning stressed. Now, you don't want to sleep through the night. You think you're going to wake up refreshed, right? Rested. I actually woke up stressed. And I thought, wow, this is not how I want to start my day. So what can I do? Well, I picked up that exercise that I got from Esther Hicks where you take a piece of paper out and you draw a line in the middle. And on one side, I put everything that's Spirit's to do and everything that's mine to do on the other side. And within 5 minutes, I was like, I feel so much better. I just relaxed into the peace because I noticed something that happened there was the stuff that was on Spirit's list is all the big stuff, right? The outcomes, the timelines, the hows, the solution. And on my list, it ended up being things like pray and listen, ask. Even play showed up on my list. I realized I need to get out in nature. I need to have some time to move my body and to be in nature today. And so all of that just brought in the whole, and then I did go do that, and that was even more peaceful. But that exercise took probably less than 5 minutes of just, scribbling down these things on the 2 lists and then just kind of noticing what was there. So it's simple, really, for us to turn over. It's simple. We think it's really hard because we're so attached sometimes to things. But when we're ready, when the student is ready, the teacher appears, right? Isn't that the line? So it's the inner process, right? When the inner student is ready and goes, well, I don't want to feel like this. I don't want to start my day like this. What's going on here? What can I do? I can do something really simple. And it brings me back into truth. It brings me back into peace. So one of the things I noticed when I looked at those lists was that worry wasn't on them. It's curious. Interesting. Certainly wasn't on Spirit's to-do list. And there was no specifics like wring your hands or, think about this 10 times at least. Over and over again, especially when you're lying down to go to sleep. Anybody relate to any of this? You remember what Jesus said? And who of you, by worrying, can add a single hour to your life? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They neither toil nor spin. And so it's that recognition, again, and another good reason I was called into nature is because nature reflects back to us the natural rhythm, because we are nature too. This body is the body of earth too, is that is the natural way to be. That is the way to be at peace. We notice the beauty. We notice how there's not resistance. Wind comes, the trees move with the wind. It's just, they do what they do. Whatever comes, storms come, they do their thing. And it's all a reminder to us that we too can go from this to this when we're experiencing life. Or as Bob Marley had, his experience was a little different when he woke up one morning because 3 little birds were singing to him. Remember that? And they gave him a special message that was all about this. Do you know the message? Do you want to sing it? Don't worry about a thing, because every little thing gonna be all right. Let's sing it. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be all right. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be all right. I wanted to sing it because I noticed that when I sing a little chant or a little ditty, it sticks with me. Have you noticed that? So I wanted, if nothing else, by Friday, if you're in a frenzy over something and you go, what did they talk about on Sunday? What was it? I felt so peaceful that day. What happened there? Oh, right. And then you start singing Bob Marley or the 3 Little Birds song, and then it reminds us, right? These things remind us. All of a sudden I'll be doing whatever I'm doing, and a jingle from 1975 from a commercial comes into my head. Does this happen to you? And it's like, wow, I can't believe there's a storehouse of that in there. So it's that, Tyler can really, the musicians can really probably relate to this, but all of us can, I think, because it's natural, right, for singing. What is it they say? I'm getting really off tangent here, but that's okay. It's like, speaking is the voice of the human, but singing is the voice of spirit. And walking is the movement of the human, but dancing is the movement of the spirit. And so when we find ourselves sort of stuck in the physical experience and it feels like it's somehow weighing us down, we can go, oh, right. All I got to do is move. All I got to do is sing. And it's going to bring me into that space again that I want to be in, that connection to the truth of who I am, that place of peace. It shakes out all the stuff that's in the way. So peace begins when we release whatever it is, worry, anxiety, fear, attachment, you name it. There's lots of stuff, right? There's a story that beautifully illustrates this process, this kind of idea of how attachment can really block our peace and really block whatever it is that we might truly be after. So around the world, there's the same way in tropical places in particular that they hunt for monkeys. And of course, that's where the monkeys are, so that makes sense. So they take a coconut or a gourd and they hollow it out and they make a space in it just big enough for the monkey to stick its hand in. And inside that gourd or that coconut, they put sweet fruits. And so the monkey comes along and puts its hand in and grabs a hold of those sweet fruits. But see, the hole isn't big enough to bring the fruit out too, especially if you've got like a banana in your hand or something, right? So what happens is the monkey thinks it's stuck. And there it is, stuck, hanging, clinging onto something. But the truth is it's free. All it's got to do is let go. And isn't that something that we do? Isn't that kind of what happens? It's like we are so sure that we're stuck that, and there'll be consequences, right, to our stuckness, like the monkey situation. But the truth is, it's just because we're so attached to that sweet fruit, whatever that sweet fruit might be. And all we got to do is let go. And then freedom comes. Peace comes again. There'll be other fruit, right? There'll be other fruit. That's what we got to tell ourselves. We don't have to be so attached to just this one. Peace is always available to us. So one of the things a lot of us cling to is time. Do you find yourself kind of wrapped up in time? I mean, it's definitely a Western culture, like we love our time thing. And we get really attached to our timelines. We get attached to, I want peace now. I want this, we also have that sort of instant gratification culture that sort of adds to that. And so there's this sense of it's got to happen now, or it's got to happen according to my own timeline. And that's a big piece of release, isn't it? Especially in peace work, especially if we're talking about ultimately world peace. Because peace builders know that we're in it for the long haul. And so there can be a relaxation into that, a recognition that I'm doing what I'm doing, and it will take as long as it takes. Did you know in Hebrew numerology, 40, the season that we're in, the 40 days of Lent, means as long as it takes. So Jesus in the desert for 40 days, Moses has 40-year periods of his life. It just means as long as it takes. So whatever it takes for us to get to that place, we let it go. We may need to build peace one heart at a time, one conversation at a time, one relationship at a time, but we just keep at it. One thought at a time, one experience at a time, the internal work as well, of course. So these self-imposed timelines, when we release them, we're releasing into the bigger vision that we hold for peace. We're letting go, we're opening up, we're expanding into that bigger vision of peace, and that is worth it. So sometimes when we get mired in the little stuff and we get caught up in that little stuff and it's weighing us down, we can remember, again, the bigger vision. And that the bigger vision, it might take a while, but that's the vision I'm working toward. That's what I'm about. And so today I do whatever it is that frees my mind, whatever it is that brings peace to my heart, whatever it is that relaxes my shoulders, whatever it is that allows me to be more available in the world, more available to share the peace, more available to share all the goodness, all the sweet fruits we might imagine. Yeah, so I know a lot of us get, we talked about the collective vision, the collective picture in the first of this series. And so it's easy for us to get caught up in that. It's easy for us to get caught up in the individual stuff that's going on. But whatever the context is, if we can just, remind ourselves, sing the little song to ourselves, every little thing's going to be all right, right? When we get in that place of fear, place of anxiety, it's like, it really is. It really is. That's not just a platitude. And by it really is, what I mean is not maybe exactly how we think it's going to look or turn out, but we're still holding a vision. And so we've got the vision, we usher the vision, we release the vision, but we don't necessarily have to cling to the vision being exactly like that, because when we let it go, it actually ends up being something better. And when we allow ourselves to be expansive, to recognize we're all in this together, it also ends up being something better. Something that we talked about last week, welcoming unlikely friends, diversity, that it's together that all these different viewpoints allow us. So if we can let go of I've got the right answer or this is the right way to do it and recognize, there's many ways to do it. And so let me be in the process, let me be in the creativity, let me be in the co-creation of it all. This also brings us peace, yes? So there can be all kinds of things to release. There might be something different up for you than timelines or worry. It might be something to forgive. Maybe you're holding on to some old grudge. Maybe, I don't know what's going on for you, but you do. You know what it is, and we'll do a meditation in a few minutes about that. It can be, for most of us, we can at least all agree that one thing that we want to release is unhelpful mental habits, right? Things that just, habits that we know get us kind of tied up, that things that don't work for us. And it might be things like limiting beliefs, thoughts of lack. Those things get us into a kind of consciousness of scarcity. And scarcity consciousness puts our mind in a place where we end up dwelling sometimes, if we keep at it, in scarcity, right? We're in that, that's kind of how we're moving about the world. We're in this place of scarcity. And or we might be tending toward, somebody said, judgment. So judgment might be a thing that is a common place we get kind of caught up in, a mental habit, judging ourselves, judging others, judging, whatever. We just get busy judging, right? And we notice that. And the thing that judging does is it leads us into separation consciousness. And so we know when we're in a place of separation consciousness that there is no peace to be had there. When we're in scarce city, there's no peace to be had there, even though it's there, but it has to require us to let it go. That's the key. That's the key. So the good news is we know how to get unstuck. The good news is we have lots of tools and lots of ways, exercises and practices and you know, your spiritual practices that you use and new ones that you haven't even tried yet. Maybe you haven't tried movement as a spiritual practice, but maybe you're going to try that now. You know, whatever it is that, you know, always maybe kind of a little exploration and a deepening into what works for us, what has been our practice for a long time. Both of those can be really helpful to us in the process. So Unity has a little Lenten program booklet that goes along with Charles Fillmore's book, Keep a True Lent, from long ago. And the first edition of this little booklet was 1953. I found it interesting. I came across it yesterday when I was doing some research. And I noticed that the dates were the same this year as in 1953, which just, I don't know, was interesting to me because Easter, you know, moves all over the place and it's all based on like cycle of the moon and it's kind of a complicated process of how we land on this season and the date of it. But yet, of course, the words were just as relevant today as they were in 1953. And one of the things it says is this: we cannot resolve the world's ills until we have dissolved the false thoughts within ourselves. It's so easy to forget this. It's so easy to start pointing our fingers and saying they are doing this and they aren't doing that, but it's not going to happen until we dissolve those places, those false thoughts within ourselves. And then the second part of that was peace within is impossible unless we have, peace without is impossible unless we have peace within. Peace. Did you see that long enough? You want to see that slide again? There it is again. Peace without is impossible unless we have peace within. So, are you holding on to any expectations that it might be helpful to let go? Do you think you might have a little more freedom and peace if is there anything going on in your life that you might be holding now? Releasing expectations can be a radical act toward greater peace. You know, the first verse of the Serenity Prayer, probably a lot of you know the Serenity Prayer, reminds us again and again. Do you want to read this together? God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Yes. So next week, we're going to work a little bit on the courage to change the things we can. But today, we're working on accepting the things I cannot change, which is even hard to say sometimes because, you know, we're so kind of indoctrinated ourselves, I guess you could say, in the possibility thinking, in the co-creation, you know, everything is possible. And there are just some things that aren't ours to change, that aren't ours to do. And a recognition of that really helps us. Have you heard about Let Them? The Let Them, yeah, Mel Robbins. So those two words, she wrote a whole book called Let Them, but really you just need to know the two words, I think, most of all. I don't know, I haven't read the book, but I got a lot out of the two words. And the whole theory is a freedom theory. And it's just let them. Let people have their choices. Let them do things the way they want to do them. Let them have their experiences. Let them have the way they want to think, the way they want to speak. Let them. Wow, that alone could be just a freedom buster, couldn't it? I'm just like, or a freedom opener, I should say. You know, just that mantra, if you just move about the world with let them, that can make a big difference. We were in a snowstorm driving home from Chicago, not home from Chicago. We were in Chicago driving home to my sister's house, Brenly and I, and she was sitting in the front with an Uber driver. My whole family was in the back. And it was really snowing, and there was these cars zooming by, and the driver says, "Let them be great." She said, "That's what I always say when I'm driving, let them be great." So she added a few words, but let them is enough, right? Let them is enough. So whatever it is, let them have their experiences. And you, then, the reason why you want to do that is because you want to free your own energy up for your own purpose, for what is yours to do, for what is, we don't know what is ours to do if we're busy micromanaging everybody else's lives, right? So if it's your parents or your children or your spouse, your partner, whatever it is, where you tend to do a little bit of that, and we know who we are, just let them. Let them. It will enhance our relationships too. You get a bonus there, because who wants to be micromanaged? Everybody wants to be free to be themselves. So unless somebody's going to hurt themselves, there's always exceptions, right? We stop harm. We don't let them hurt themselves or let them hurt us, and yeah, you know that. So we don't need to go there. But, it's a release, it's a letting go when we move into these places where we trust. And that's really what the bottom line is. It's trusting. We go back into that idea of partnership with Spirit. When we release, it's an act that says, I trust. I trust. I'm moving into a place of faith, into a place of trust. I trust that there is divine order happening. I trust that there is divine timing. I trust the divine guidance that is here or that is coming. And so all of that happens. It's when we just say, I'm letting go. I'm releasing, whatever it is. Peace is not forced. It just comes because it's already there. When we let go, we see it, we experience it, and we feel it. So just to put a fine point on all of us, you can imagine that you have a backpack in life, and that in that backpack are some large stones. And some of those stones will be things like we've talked about, maybe worry or fear or anxiety. They might be other things, maybe responsibilities that feel heavy, whatever's in your backpack. And at first, it's like, well, this isn't too bad. I can do this. If you've ever been backpacking, that's how it is at the beginning. This is good. Then at the end, it's like, oh, when can I put this thing down? Yeah. So it's kind of that experience, right? That we do this in life, and we don't really notice until we suddenly feel exhausted. And it's like, whoa, what is going on? I feel so heavy. I feel so exhausted. And so this is really the work, is to put the backpack down. Maybe even take some of the stones out and go, whoa, this isn't even my stone. What am I doing with my daughter's stone? And take some of them out and let yourself be free. Even give it all over. Maybe give the backpack away. Give the backpack to Spirit. You don't need that backpack anyway. So it's that recognition, right, as we move through life. Jesus said that really beautiful verse that I sometimes find real comfort in. Come to me, all who are heavy laden, and I shall give you rest. Because my yoke is easy and my burden is light. And of course, we understand that not to be so much the man Jesus, but that he is speaking as the Christ. He's speaking as that consciousness in us, that Spirit in us. So it's there that we're going for the rest. It's there that we're giving over. It's there that we're letting go and allowing that partnership again, or that even carry it for me. When I looked at those two big lists, I noticed, Spirit's list was things like, run my life and run the universe. And mine was like, pray and play and listen and ask, right? So there was just like a little bit of a heavier load on that side. And that's really the whole gist of it, is to shift the load. To shift the load. That's another way to say it. So I want to invite us into a meditation just so you can explore a little bit what's going on for you right now, and maybe let that go. So if you'd like to participate, maybe close your eyes. Take a moment to just connect with your breath. As you exhale, maybe letting your shoulders drop a little bit. And just inquire within. What am I holding on to? Is there anything I'm holding on to? Maybe it's a worry or a fear, a situation, a responsibility. Just notice it. There's nothing to fix or change, just noticing what's here. And imagine if you could hold that concern in your hands. And just feel the weight of it for one last time. Because at the same time, you're noticing that there's a light-filled presence all around. Light-filled presence within you and all around where you imagine in your mind's eye you're holding this, feeling the weight of it. And I invite you to hand that weighted concern over to that presence of light. Just give it into the light. You might notice that it just sort of dissolves in the light. It loses its weightiness. It turns from something solid into something just that breaks apart. And you can silently say while you hand that over, I release this to you. Notice how you feel as you let go. Maybe you feel lighter in your hands and in your heart. And that light-filled presence is still there, so you might want to imbue it with a color of peace, whatever that would be for you. And see if you can just let that light move through your being. Maybe like an ocean breeze, just moving from front to back of your whole body, your whole energy field. Filling you up from the inside. That light moving like breath through your body, touching all the cells and organs. Moving out beyond the boundaries of body. Each breath expanding the light of peace, feeling of peace. Just rest here for a moment, playing with the breath and the light, letting peace move through your being. And then before you open your eyes, just notice how you feel. Notice if you feel any kind of shift, having let that stony concern go, whatever it was. And when you notice perhaps a tendency to want to go pick it back up, you can just take a breath, take a moment, really consider whether you want to pick that back up or just keep on walking freely down your path. When you're ready, come back into this space, giving thanks in your own way. So see, we don't have to give anything up for Lent. We just give over whatever weighs us down. And then the peace comes. That's the whole process. That's the whole season. And that's how we build peace. That's how we build peace together. It's by letting go, by giving over, by opening up space so that we can be guided to our next step and our next step with ease and grace and fun. We can have fun doing this when we're not so weighted down. So today, let's release into peace. I want to invite you to say that with me and really feel it. I release into peace. Let's say it one more time. It's so short. I release into peace. And so it is.
Reverend Kristen. As usual, you always bring what we need. And I'm going to really practice this week, I think, releasing into peace. And also, I really like the imagery of what's spirits to do, what's mine to do, which definitely takes a big weight off the shoulders. Yeah, I like that. Thank you.
Very nice. Our prayer chaplains are available after the service today to provide personal prayer support. And if you are a prayer chaplain serving today, please stand. Our prayer chaplains wear the purple stoles.
And whether you have a joy or a concern in your heart today, praying with our prayer chaplains is a powerful opportunity to have your intention raised up in consciousness.
And thank you for serving today.
Yes.
Now let's open our hearts to the practice of giving. All right, I invite you to prepare your gifts as we align with the universal law of circulation. Universal. As we give, we shall receive. In truth, there is no lack or limitation. No. Abundance is our true nature.
And for your convenience, there's a variety of ways to financially give to our community, shown on the screen in front of you. For those of you who are watching online, there's a donate button on the Watch Live page. And we encourage everyone to set up a regular and automatic giving to Unity using your bank's free pay service. Let's Go and Let's Flow. That's the name of the Board of Trustees' auto giving campaign. Our goal is to enroll 26 new Unity participants in 2026. See Lola and Jen at the patio table today to learn more about how to receive a unique gift for you. Blessings.
All right, then with that, I invite you to take your tithe, your offering, your good thoughts, your peaceful thoughts in your hand, in your heart, and repeat our affirmation together. Divine love, one with me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am joy-filled and grateful. So it is. Thank you.
Around the earth the sun, she's revolving, and the rosebuds know to bloom in early May. Just as hate knows love's the cure, you can rest your mind assured I'll be loving you always. As now can't reveal the mystery of tomorrow, but in passing we'll grow older every day. Just as all that's born is new, you know what I say is true. But I'll be loving you always, until the rainbow burns the stars out in the sky. Always, until the ocean covers every mountain wide. Always, until the dolphin flies and parrots live at sea. Always, until we dream of life and life becomes a dream. Did you know that true love asks for nothing? Her acceptance is the way we pay. Did you know that life has given love a guarantee to last forever and another day? Just as time to move on since the beginning, and the seasons know exactly when to change. Just as kindness knows no shame, know through all your joy and pain, I'll be loving you always. As today I know I'm living for tomorrow, could make me the past, but that I mustn't fear. For I know deep in my mind, love of me I've left behind. 'Cause I'll be loving you always, until the day is night and night becomes the day. Always, until the trees and seas just up and fly away. Always, until the day is 8 and 8 times 8 is 4. before the sun departs.
itself.
I'll be loving you
Until the
forever.
revelation says her work is through.
Until the day that you are me and I am you.
Weeks in a row of Stevie Wonder, and I hear his music is very complex, so thank you. Hi, Pat. Thank you for holding our tithes. So Pat is holding an overflowing basket of goodness, and we want to bless it, recognizing all the goodness of coming together, of community, of music, of so many blessings. And as we remember all those blessings, we let go of all that stuff that stands in the way so we can really, truly feel free and at peace. So let's bless it together, knowing that we multiply our good by doing so. I invite you to say it with me. We give thanks for the ever-increasing, constant flow of absolute good in our lives now. So it is.
Let's welcome in kids and the teachers. We are a circle of love. We are a circle of light. Come join the circle of love. Come join the circle of light. The light in you and the light in me are one. The light in you and the light in me are one.
Thank you so much. Happy Sunday, everyone. Oh, we had a great bake sale last week. Were you here for that? Yeah. Awesome. Well, we appreciate your support and all the sweet treats. Allison made sourdough. It was quite a hit. I don't even know if it made it to the table, actually. But thank you, everyone. It was a great fundraiser for our youth program, as always, and we appreciate your support. And we have a little group today. The Uniteens went to their leadership rally on Friday night. Right. So they're zonked. They're no show today. They had too much fun. So that's good. That's a good thing. And but we started our series about unlikely friends, and Lily's going to tell you about what we did today.
We did a puppet show, and there was all these different animals, and they became friends, but there was like a bunch of different like animals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to focus on our similarities and not our differences, right? And so that's what we're working on. We're going to be working on that for a while.
Nice.
So
Beautiful.
more will be revealed. So thank you, everyone.
All right. Well, let's bless our youth who are sleeping in and our children and teachers together. Children, youth, and teachers, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divine light within you.
All right, we're going to have a new song for our closing song. Let me get us started here. So please rise in body or spirit and check with your neighbor if you like to hold hands. Or you can put your hands on your heart, take it in that way. All right, just listen first and then you'll get it. Shanti, Shanti, let it begin with me. You're already getting it. Shanti, Shanti, let it begin with me. Do that again. Shanti, Shanti, let it begin with me. Shanti, Shanti, let it part. Shanti, peace, in my heart. Peace, begin with me. One more time. Peace, let it begin with me in my heart. Peace, let it begin with me.
You are the peace on earth right now, so release into peace. Have fun and spread joy. JJ's gotten so big.